My first time at McDonald's. Ordering fast food in English. A story about courage, new experiences, and discovering that making mistakes is part of learning. The Golden Arches. My name is Carlos, and I'm 22 years old. I come from a small town in Brazil, and 3 months ago, I moved to New York City to study English. Everything here is new and different. The tall buildings, the busy streets, the fast-talking people. In my small town, we had only one restaurant, Dona Maria's family place, where she cooked rice, beans, and grilled chicken. Here in New York, there are restaurants everywhere. Pizza places, Chinese food, Italian restaurants, and something I had never seen before, fast food restaurants. The most famous one has big golden arches that look like the letter M. Everyone calls it McDonald's. I walk past it every day on my way to English school, and I always wondered what it was like inside. My classmates at school always talked about McDonald's. "Oh, I had a Big Mac for lunch," said Jessica. "The fries are so good," said Ahmed. "I love the chicken nuggets," said Maria. I smiled and nodded, but I had no idea what they were talking about. What is a Big Mac? Where are chicken nuggets? And why do people love this place so much? I was too embarrassed to ask. I didn't want my classmates to think I was strange because I had never been to McDonald's. The fear of fast food. For 2 weeks, I walked past McDonald's every day. I would slow down and look through the big windows. Inside, I could see families eating, teenagers laughing, and workers in red uniforms moving quickly behind the counter. It looked so busy and fast. People would walk up to the counter, say something quickly, get their food, and leave. It was like a dance that everyone knew except me. One day, I stood outside for 10 minutes watching people order. A woman walked up to the counter and said, "I'll have a Big Mac combo medium for here, please." The worker asked, "What would you like to drink?" She said, "Coke, please." I didn't understand half of what she said. What's a combo? What does for here mean? Why did the worker ask about drinks? I felt scared. What if I went inside and couldn't order? What if I said something wrong? What if people laughed at me? My English teacher, Mrs. Johnson, always said, "Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn." But it's easier to say than to do. That night, I went home to my small apartment and looked up McDonald's on the internet. I found the menu and tried to understand the words. Big Mac, quarter pounder, chicken nuggets, fries, combo meal. It was like learning a new language inside English. The decision. On Friday, my classmate Ahmed invited me to have lunch with him. "Let's go to McDonald's," he said. "I'll show you how to order." My heart started beating fast. This was my chance, but I was so nervous. I don't know what to order," I said quietly. Ahmed looked surprised. "You've never been to McDonald's?" I shook my head, feeling embarrassed. "That's okay," Ahmed said with a big smile. "Everyone has a first time. I'll help you. It's not scary at all." We walked to McDonald's together. As we got closer, I could smell something delicious like grilled meat and fried potatoes. My stomach started to rumble. "The most popular thing here is the Big Mac," Ahmed explained as we walked. "It's a burger with 2 pieces of meat, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and special sauce. It comes with fries and a drink. That's all the combo meal." I tried to remember all the words. Big Mac, combo meal, fries, drink. "You can choose the size," Ahmed continued. "Small, medium, or large. Medium is good for most people. Small, medium, large." I repeated the words in my head. "And they'll ask if it's for here or to go. For here means you eat in the restaurant. To go means you take it home. For here, to go." So many new words. Stepping inside, we pushed open the glass door, and I stepped into McDonald's for the first time. The smell was stronger now. It made me hungry and nervous at the same time. The restaurant was busier than it looked from outside. There were families with small children, teenagers with school bags, and business people in suits. Everyone seemed to know exactly what they wanted. "Look up there," Ahmed pointed to the big menu boards above the counter. "That's the menu. The pictures help you understand what each food looks like." I looked up and saw colorful pictures of burgers, fries, and drinks. The Big Mac looked huge, much bigger than any burger I had ever seen. "Come on," Ahmed said. "Let's get in line." We stood behind a family with 2 small children. The children were pointing at the pictures and talking about Happy Meals. Even the children knew how to order. I watched the family in front of us. The mother said, 2 Happy Meals with chicken nuggets, apple slices, and milk. And I'll have a quarter-pounder combo, large, with Coke. The worker, a young woman with a friendly smile, typed everything into a computer. For here or to go? She asked. For here, the mother replied. It was like watching a foreign movie. I understood some words, but not everything. My turn to order. Soon, it was our turn. Ahmed went first to show me how it's done. I'll have a Big Mac combo, medium, for here, please, Ahmed said clearly. What would you like to drink? The worker asked. Coke, please, Ahmed replied. That'll be $8.50, the worker said. Ahmed paid with his credit card, and we moved to the side to wait. See? It's easy, Ahmed said. Now you try. But I was frozen. There were so many people behind us in line. What if I made a mistake? What if I couldn't understand a worker? I don't think I can, I whispered. Yes, you can, Ahmed said gently. Just say what I said. Big Mac combo, medium for here. That's it. I took a deep breath. The worker was looking at me with a patient smile. She was about my age, with short brown hair and kind eyes. Hello, I said slowly. I want. I stopped. My mind went blank. All the words I had learned disappeared. The worker waited patiently. What would you like today? She asked in a gentle voice. Big Mac, I said, my voice shaking. A Big Mac combo, she asked helpfully. Yes, Big Mac combo, I said, feeling a little better. What size would you like? Small, medium, or large? Medium, I said, remembering Ahmed's order. For here or to go? I paused. These were the words Ahmed had taught me. For here, I said. Great. What would you like to drink? The moment of truth. The drink question surprised me. I had forgotten about the drink. My mind went blank again. I said, looking at Ahmed for help. The worker was still smiling. We have Coke, Sprite, orange juice, coffee. Coke, I said quickly, remembering Ahmed's choice. Perfect. That'll be $8.50. I gave her a $10 bill with shaking hands. She gave me change and a receipt. Your order number is 47. We'll call you when it's ready, she said. Thank you, I said, feeling proud and relieved. Ahmed patted my shoulder. You did it. How do you feel? Scared, but happy, I said honestly. We found a table near the window. I couldn't believe it. I had actually ordered food in English at McDonald's. Order number 47, a voice called out. That's you? Ahmed said. I walked to the counter and picked up my tray. On it was a Big Mac in a cardboard box, a red container of fries, and a large cup of Coke. This was it, my first McDonald's meal. The first bite. I sat down and opened the Big Mac box. The burger was huge. It had 2 levels with meat, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and a special sauce that smelled delicious. How do I eat this? I asked Ahmed. It's so big. Ahmed laughed. Just pick it up and bite it. Don't worry about being neat. I picked up the Big Mac with both hands. It was heavy and messy, but I took a big bite. The taste was amazing. The meat was juicy, the sauce was tangy and sweet, and all the flavors mixed together perfectly. It was different from any food I had ever tasted. What do you think? Ahmed asked. It's really good, I said, taking another bite. The fries were golden and crispy. They were saltier than the potatoes I was used to, but I loved them. The Coke was cold and refreshing. As I ate, I watched the people around me. Families were laughing, friends were talking, and everyone seemed happy. I realized that McDonald's wasn't just about food. It was about sharing good times with people. You know, I said to Ahmed, I was so scared to come here. But it's actually nice. That's the thing about trying new things, Ahmed said. They're usually not as scary as we think. Learning the language. Over the next few weeks, I went to McDonald's several times. Each time, I learned new words and felt more confident. I learned that combo means the burger comes with fries and a drink. I learned that large means bigger and small means smaller. I learned that for here means you eat in the restaurant, and to go means you take the food with you. I also learned about different menu items. I tried chicken nuggets, small pieces of chicken that you dip in sauce. I tried a quarter pounder, a burger with a bigger piece of meat. I tried a McFlurry, ice cream mixed with candy. Each time I ordered, I spoke more clearly and felt less nervous. The workers were always patient and helpful. Some of them even remembered me and would smile when I came in. The usual, one worker asked me after I had been there many times. "Yes, please," I said proudly. "Big Mac combo, medium for here with Coke." I felt like a real American when I could say the usual. Teaching others. One day, I was eating at McDonald's when I heard someone speaking Portuguese behind me. I turned around and saw a young woman about my age. She looked confused and scared, exactly like I felt on my first day. She was standing in line, looking at the menu with worried eyes. When it was her turn to order, she said very quietly, hamburger?" The worker looked confused. "Which burger would you like?" The woman looked panicked. She pointed at the Big Mac picture. "This one, a Big Mac?" the worker asked. "Yes," the woman said. "Would you like a combo?" The woman looked lost. She didn't understand what combo meant. I got up from my table and walked over. "Excuse me," I said in Portuguese. "Do you need help?" Her face lit up with relief. "Yes." I don't understand what she's asking. I explained to her in Portuguese what a combo was and helped her order. She wanted a Big Mac combo, medium, to go with Sprite. "Thank you so much," she said. I was so scared. "I know exactly how you feel," I said. 3 months ago, I was just like you. Her name was Isabella, and she had just arrived from Sao Paulo. We became friends, and I helped her practice ordering at different restaurants. The confidence to try more. Helping Isabella made me realize how much I had learned. I wasn't the scared boy who was afraid to enter McDonald's anymore. I had become someone who could help others. McDonald's became my gateway to trying other American foods. Because I felt confident ordering there, I started trying other restaurants. I learned how to order pizza, 1 slice of pepperoni, please. I learned how to order at Starbucks, 1 coffee, medium, with milk, please. I learned how to order at Subway sandwich shops, turkey sandwich on white bread with lettuce and tomato, please. Each new restaurant taught me new words and new cultural experiences. But it all started with that first scary visit to McDonald's. My English teacher, Mrs. Johnson, noticed my improvement. "Carlos, your English is getting much better," she said. "You seem more confident." "I think it's because I'm not afraid to try new things anymore," I said. "That's wonderful," she said. Fear is the biggest barrier to learning. Once you overcome fear, you can learn anything. A year later, a year after my first visit to McDonald's, I was walking past the same restaurant when I heard someone speaking Spanish behind me. I turned around and saw a teenage boy with his family. They were looking at the menu through the window, and the boy looked nervous. "I don't know how to order," he said to his parents in Spanish. I walked over to them. "Excuse me," I said in Spanish. "Do you need help ordering?" The boy's eyes lit up. "Yes. Have you been here before?" "Many times," I said with a smile. "Let me show you how." I took them inside and helped them order. The boy wanted to try a Big Mac, just like I had. I explained what a combo was, what the sizes meant, and what for here and to go meant. "It's not scary at all," the boy said after he successfully ordered. "That's exactly what I thought," I said. "The scariest part is just walking through the door." As I watched him eat his first Big Mac, I remember my own first time. I had been so afraid, but that fear had pushed me to grow. The real lesson. Now, 2 years later, I'm still in New York, but I'm not the same person who was afraid to enter McDonald's. I'm studying business at a community college, I have American friends, and I feel comfortable in this big city. People always ask me, "What's the secret to learning English quickly?" I tell them, start with McDonald's. They think I'm joking, but I'm serious. McDonald's taught me more than just food vocabulary. It taught me that making mistakes is okay. People are usually kind and patient. Small steps lead to big changes. Fear is just a feeling, not a fact. Every expert was once a beginner. The Big Mac wasn't just a burger. It was my first taste of American culture. The combo meal wasn't just food. It was my first complete English conversation with a stranger. The golden arches weren't just a sign. They were a symbol of my courage to try new things. Full circle. Today, I work part-time at a small restaurant near my college. Sometimes I see people who look scared and confused when they try to order, just like I was at McDonald's. I always try to help them. I speak slowly, I'm patient, and I remember that everyone has a first time. Last week, a young woman from China came to our restaurant. She looked at the menu for a long time, then said very quietly, "I don't know how to order." I smiled and said, "Don't worry. I'll help you. What kind of food do you like?" As I helped her order, I thought about my journey. It all started with a Big Mac combo, medium, for here with Coke. That simple order changed my life. It taught me that the scariest things are often the most rewarding. It taught me that everyone starts somewhere. And it taught me that kindness and patience can make someone's day or even change their life. So if you're learning English, if you're afraid to try new things, if you're scared to make mistakes, remember this. Even something as simple as ordering at McDonald's can be the first step toward a bigger, braver life. The golden arches are waiting for you. All you have to do is walk through the door. Story vocabulary. Fast food and restaurant words. Order, to ask for food at a restaurant. Combo meal, burger plus fries plus drink together. Size, how big something is, small, medium, large. For here, eat in a restaurant. To go, take the food home. Menu, list of food and prices. Counter, where you order food. Tray, flat thing that carries your food. Receipt, paper that shows what you paid. Food items. Big Mac, McDonald's famous burger with 2 meat patties. Quarter pounder, burger with a big piece of meat. Chicken nuggets, small pieces of fried chicken. Fries, thin pieces of fried potato. McFlurry, ice cream mixed with candy. Combo, meal that includes burger, fries, and drink. Useful phrases. I'll have. Polite way to order. What would you like to drink? Question about beverages. That'll be, how much it costs. For here, or to go. Where will you eat? Your order number is how they call you. Example conversations. Simple order. Customer, I'll have a Big Mac combo medium for here, please. Worker, what would you like to drink? Customer, Coke, please. Worker, that'll be $8.50. Asking for help. Excuse me, what's a combo meal? Can you help me order? What do you recommend? Is this for here or to go? Remember, everyone has a first time. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn. The most important thing is to try. Practice ordering at McDonald's with these phrases, and soon you'll feel confident at any restaurant.